Welcome. Sleepaway Camp was released in 1983 and was directed by Robert Hiltzik. It stars Felissa Rose and Mike Kellin in his last role, and it even has Robert Earl Jones in it. If you don't know who he is, he's the father of your good old boy James Earl Jones. But yeah, he's in it, Robert Earl Jones, just as someone random in it. Just thought I would mention it. But it is about a sleepaway camp, Camp Arawak, and a series of murders that start taking place at it. So honestly, this film is pretty strange. It feels a lot like Friday the 13th, and there's definitely some influence to that movie, and it can be seen in it. It has the same kind of murder whodunit feel to it, but when you watch the movie, it has one of the craziest twists, which is what I heard about the movie before watching it, and it lives up to the hype. I mean, this was one of the craziest twists that I have seen in the movie. It was absolutely jaw-dropping and shocking, and it was the reaction they definitely were going for. But there is a lot going into this movie with like issues and stuff like that, which I'll get into, but I'll speak about the positives first, which first is the twist of the movie, but also the concept is really good. I mean, it's about going to camp and a series of murders just start happening, and you can kind of see like the characters reacting to it, how like the owner of the camp is trying to like throw it under the rug because he doesn't want to lose money. You see how like the counselors react to it, and there's a lot more depth than what can be seen on the surface of this movie. The kills of this movie also are pretty cool. There's a few good ones. There's about two that are kind of weird. The prosthetic for the one wasn't as good, and for the other one it's off screen, and when you see it, it just looks really strange. And I know that the director kind of regretted, not regretted, but really didn't like it, and really doesn't like the scene after the movie was released, and he's talked about it. But other than that, I mean, the kills are really good, the makeup is very good, and it was only, the film was only on a budget of about $350,000, I think it was. So seeing some of like the makeup work and stuff like that, and comparing it to the budget that they had is really impressive. But yeah, like I said, the twist is really good, but the final image of this movie is jaw-dropping, shocking, and it'll just leave your stomach upside down. It's so haunting, and they just leave this image up as the credits are rolling, which was such a great idea. Whoever thought of it, great job. But I can't show it because it's a spoiler, so yeah, Tina, don't put it. I know you like to throw stuff around sometimes, but it is a really cool image. I don't even think cool is the right word. It's a really jaw-dropping image. But since I spoke about some positives, let's get to some negatives, with the first one being the acting. The acting isn't really great in the movie. What I do like about it is they got a lot of children actors to act for it, but some of the performances are a little wonky. The aunt of Ricky, her performance is so, I don't even want to say bad, but like just so strange compared to everyone else. I think she was trying to do a different acting style compared to every other character, because as you find out, the mom's a little bit weird, which isn't a spoiler. I mean, you're gonna see the mom, you're like, oh, she's a wacko. But her performance is just so strange, and it's more so a negative than this is how her character would be. But yeah, going into some of the acting, some of the writing isn't the best. Some of the lines of dialogue are really bad. But honestly, that added to a lot of the charm of the movie to me, so I really don't see it as a con, but some people can see it as a con. But some of the dialogue in this movie is so hilarious, with some of it intentional, some of it not. But I thoroughly enjoyed some of the dialogue. I don't even want to spoil any of it because it's really good. The last problem I see with this movie is the representation of the LGBTQ community. And this is kind of a serious topic, so this isn't gonna like be any jokes or anything like that. But they have representation of LGBTQ throughout the movie, and it's not painted in the best light in some of the scenes. And I decided to do a little bit of research before doing this review to see like how people within that community feel about it. And it's honestly a lot of 50-50, with some people being in the camp of totally hated it, like it was disgusting, it shouldn't be this way, while another 50% kind of agreed with it and saw how the director was trying to paint it and were able to understand where it was coming from and some of the scenes that paint it. It's really hard to explain it because it's so many spoilers, so I'm trying my best, but I do implore you to watch the movie if you are part of the LGBTQ community and decide which camp you sit in. But personally, I could see where issues could lie with it, so that's why I put it within the cons within this movie, but who knows what you may think. Honestly, this movie is just really campy. It's not supposed to be a B movie, but it has that feel in a lot of the scenes, and I know that's kind of what the director was kind of going for, having like a fun, like summery slasher film movie. And that's really all it is, and I enjoyed it. So I'm gonna give this film an 8 out of 10. And I do recommend it, and again, if you're part of the LGBTQ community, I do suggest that you watch it and kind of see your take of how everything is represented. So thank you for watching. There's going to be a new series starting on Friday, so catch that. But let's flash forward to the next review.